If you've been asking yourself whether it's time to walk away, you're not weak, you're aware. This reading explores what's present now, knowing energy always evolves. Hey there, Pile 1. This is your reading if you chose the blue tourmaline crystal. Alright, so let's get right into it. Let's see what the current energy is around this connection right now. See, what is the energy surrounding this connection between you and this person? Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. Let's see, what's the current energy surrounding pile 1? Okay, 2 cards wanted to come out. So we have the Eight of Cups followed by the Three of Wands. Okay. Let's see, pile number 1. So, let's see, pile 1, I feel like, I feel like some of you guys may be in the middle of, like you're in the middle of trying to decide whether or not you want to separate yourself from a current connection you're in. Okay, but I feel like you're feeling kind of torn, and that kind of makes sense with the Two of Pentacles, because the Two of Pentacles is about, you know, weighing your options, right? So, yeah, because we have the Three of Swords. No, I think I might have to push the cards over some more because you guys can't see them. Okay, and then we have 2 more cards that wanted to come out. We have the Eight of Wands followed by the Seven of Wands. Okay, let me see if I can fix this. Tourmaline. Let's see. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, so I feel like, oh, you know what the problem is that pile number 1, like, I feel like you feel like this person is pulling you back. Because I just heard, like, with this Eight of Wands card, like, maybe they keep initiating contact, or they're finding ways to, you know, to reel you back in, or trying to give you a number of reasons why you should stay in the dynamic. But I feel like there's just something that keeps pulling at you energetically of, you know, of why you should, like, walk away from this connection for good. But I feel like it's hard for you because you can't, like, maybe you feel like, maybe you keep thinking about the good times with this person, for example, or, you know, maybe you share children with this person, or you know, you're trying to come up with all these reasons of why you should stay in the connection. But at the same time, it's like, you know, but I feel like, I don't know if you're, like, in a fight with yourself, you know, meaning like, you know, you're just kind of fighting internally back and forth in your mind, where you're just kind of like, you know, should I leave this connection? Should I stay? You know, that sort of thing. But I feel like there's something definitely pulling you, and you know that it's best for you to come away from this connection. Okay, you know, Seven of Wands, because Seven of Wands, and this makes a lot of sense, because Seven of Wands can be about, you know, I mean, it can be about, like, having your guard up, but it can also be like, you know, fighting for something. So I feel like this is you feeling, internally feeling like, you know, you're kind of going back and forth with your thoughts about whether you should stay or whether you should leave the connection. But I feel like you're really trying hard to. I feel like you are wanting to cut. You are trying to find a way, or to give yourself a good reason, like one good reason to walk away from the connection. Okay, but I feel like, I'm telling you, there's something here where it's like this person, on the other hand, it's like, even though they're not good for you with this Three of Swords, it's like they're giving you a reason to stay in the relationship, or, you know, they're trying to give you a reason to stick around. Okay, is what I'm getting. All right. Um, for some of you, maybe they chose a third party situation over you, or like maybe in the past, and maybe that's something you just are remembering now, and maybe you're just kind of like, man, I remember when this person chose that third party situation, whether it's a person or a job or some type of, I heard command, so I don't know if it was something they were obligated to do, but I get something here where it's like, you know, you're starting to kind of remember, oh, I remember when this person did this, this, and this, they chose that over me. And maybe that's what's kind of like nitpicking at you, where you're just kind of like, yeah, I think that is a good, this is exactly why I should leave this person alone, because I don't ever want to be chosen, um, or not chosen over something else ever again. Okay. So that's the current energy of what I'm seeing around around this connection, or at least around this, yeah, this connection between the two of you. Okay, between you and whoever you're dealing with. All right, so now we're going to see what Spirit is showing you about staying versus walking away. So what does Pile 1 need to know about staying in this connection versus walking away? Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so we have, oh, this is interesting. We have names. On the bottom it says energy alignment. So, so let's see. I feel like, I don't know what I'm hearing. I hope none of you are in emotional abusive relationships, but I feel like that's interesting because I heard like name calling. Did this person call you out your name? I did get that for a few of you. That's interesting with this, how that came out with the names card. So I feel like what Spirit is showing me about whether you stay versus walking away. This is an interesting one because I feel like, well, see, I think Spirit is being very straightforward because there's something here where it's like, if you were to stay in this situation, the patterns that you have with this person is just going to repeat unless this person literally makes changes within themselves. Okay, because I get, yeah, because I get like, if you keep staying in the same situation, the situation is going to repeat, right? But if you walk away, then obviously the dynamic will be different because you won't be dealing with that person, right? And then, and then you're kind of less likely to repeat that pattern. But spirit is trying to, I feel like they are, oh my God, I just heard like, they've been trying to get your attention. Oh, you know what? Oh my God. Okay, this is, man, my downloads are coming in crazy, you guys. I feel like maybe you've been seeing your name literally like as a synchronicity. Like maybe you keep seeing your name everywhere and you're just kind of like, what the heck does this mean? You know what I mean? Not that you have to give things meaning, because things can mean anything that you assign it to. Okay, but I feel like there's some type of now it may not be a synchronicity of your own name, but maybe there is a certain synchronicity going on that you're visibly seeing in your 3D reality. And maybe you're looking into it, or maybe you're just kind of like, man, why do I keep seeing that number? Or why do I keep seeing that specific name? And like I said, it may not be your name, but maybe a name of something. I just heard cherry picking. I don't know why I heard that, but maybe somebody's been cherry picking. Depending on where you live, because I know cherries are not like literal cherries are not even, in season right now where I am, because it just started, winter time just started. But oh my God, that could also even represent springtime, you guys, because well, cherries don't, literally come out till summertime, to be honest with you, but there's something about spring. So I don't know, maybe you've been with this person since last spring, or maybe something significant is coming in during the springtime for you. So that's another message. But yeah, there's something here where it's like you've been seeing names or synchronicities or something like that, or specific names or synchronicities. Okay. So, but Spirit is actually saying, like, they're being pretty clear here. Like, they are all for you leaving this situation. And maybe that's why they're nudging at you, because you keep seeing this sign. like they're trying to get you to be like, yeah, it's time to leave this situation alone. Pile number one. Okay. So that's kind of what I get. But of course, you guys know how tarot goes. It's totally up to you how you want to approach or go about this situation. Okay. So let's see. What would you be gaining if you chose to walk away? Okay. So that's the next thing we're going to look at. What would pile number one be gaining if they chose to walk away? What would pile number one be gaining from this connection if they were to walk away? Oh, that's two cards. What would pile number one be gaining from? Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So what you would be gaining, or what good, or what, I can't even talk. What good would it do if you were to walk away from this situation? We have holding on. You must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with somebody new. Okay. You know what's interesting, Power One? Okay. See, here's the thing. I don't really feel like you're the one wanting to hold on to this connection. And mainly because earlier I felt like a lot of you guys are wanting to let go of this connection. Because I feel like it's the other person that is trying to literally hold on to you and this connection to keep it going. Okay. But I feel like your fumes are about to burst. Like you are on fire, like literally. Like I can see your face red. Like, and that's not on a literal sense, but I feel like, you are literally about to burst. And like you're at your ends meet with this connection, right? So that's one thing, one side of it. But see, I feel like what you would get out of this connection is it's going to, the way spirit is saying it is that it's going to be easier for you to let go of this connection than it will be for the other person. How ironic, right? So you're going to feel a lot more free once this connection is let go of fully. Okay, once you cut it off completely. But like I said, this card I feel like is representing this other person trying to hold on to you. This isn't so much about you. I feel like you're at your ends meet, like I said. This is about like this person trying to hold on to you as long as they can. Energetically too. So yeah, you're on your wit's end. That's all I can say about that. So that's that other person right there. All right, so next we're going to look into what, let's see, what would you be learning from if you chose, well, let me put it this way. What are you learning from, or what would you learn if you chose to stay in this connection? So if you chose to stay in this connection, what would you be getting out of it? Okay, so if pile one were to stay in this connection, what would they get out of it? Okay. Oh boy. I like to call this my twin flame card. I don't know why. I don't know. Every time I see this card, I feel like it's my twin flame card. We got the love-hate card. So, honestly, and I'm always honest with you guys anyway, but if you chose to stay in this connection, I feel like that's the thing about it. Like pile one is, I feel like you're not going to gain anything out of it. You're just going to be on a roller coaster with this person, okay? Like, honestly, I just feel that you're going to continue being the one that's going to be giving giving more to this connection, because I feel like, all this person is just putting you in circles. Like, you're just not getting anywhere with this connection. It's like a never-ending cycle. So I feel like you're literally going to be in a never-ending cycle if you, continue to stay from this person. But I think that's something that you might learn from this connection is like if you were to stay in this connection, I think you are going to probably eventually figure out that, oh my God, this person's just leading me on. Like nothing is changing. I just feel like, you know, yeah, I think that's just the best way I can put it is like you're not getting anywhere with this person, and that they're not changing, and they're just keep they just keep like, like you might realize that, oh my God, this person's manipulating me, or this person is just, not keeping their word for anything. They just keep going on and on like an endless rope. I mean, you guys know what I mean. Like there's just a continuous cycle with this person. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what you would learn from is that this person is just talks a whole lot but doesn't do anything. Okay, you catch my drift. Pile number one. So that's what would happen if you were to stay in this connection. All right. All right. And lastly, let's see. Um, what needs to shift? Um, let's see. I just bought these timing oracle cards today. So let's see, what would need to shift before this connection feels clear and aligned? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, so we have, oh wow, we have March. And you know what's funny, you guys? Didn't I just say something about springtime earlier and the cherry picking thing? That's so funny because springtime literally, and the reason I mention that is because springtime literally does start in March. At least that's it. Yeah, I think it does start in March sometime. And that's when spring uh, when spring daylight saving time goes back on again. So it's interesting how I said springtime earlier and then I'm getting March. So, and then I'm getting 333. So, and March is the third month of the year. So March is definitely significant in this reading. So either maybe this is your birthday month or maybe this is this person. And then we do have on top 17. So, but anywho, so what would need to shift before this decision feels clear and aligned? Um, or just what would need to shift, within this connection is, I don't know, Spirit is being very blunt. I feel like if nothing, well, let me put it this way. It's interesting how they're putting it, because if nothing, like it's December, it's the last week of December, right? It's about to be 2026. So Spirit is kind of like, if nothing happens between now and within this time frame, that's going to tell you a whole, I feel like that's when you're going to probably get a bigger picture about what this person is all about, especially if you're in a place where you're still hesitating about whether or not to walk away from this connection. So I'm not saying it might take you 3 more months exactly. You might leave sooner than that. That's if you were to leave this connection. If you were to leave this connection between now and then, I think, like, this is your time. That's going to be the time. That might even be the time frame between you leaving this person, if you're debating on that, if that makes sense. But if not, if you do I feel like if you do decide to stay in this connection, it might take you a few months to kind of open your eyes, or to finally come to a decision, at least make your decision more finalized by then. It might take you that long. If not, it might take you longer for some of you, because timing is just fluid anyway, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. So I feel like, even though ultimately the decision is yours and how you want to go about that, but it's interesting how this card came out, because I feel like for some of you, it's going to take you a little bit longer to kind of be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I finally figured this person out. It's time for me to go. Or, like I said, if you're still in trying to make a decision, this is like your key to be like, this is going to be like, this is the time where you're going to, like, between now and, you know, when you watch this reading in March, I think like for some of you it's gonna take about that much time to, you know, make a decision. I hope that makes sense. I was trying to make it kind of flow more easy for you guys. All right, so that is what I'm saying, pile number 1. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that hype button, you guys, okay? It definitely helps my channel get out there into the YouTube algorithm. All right, and if you're interested in a personal reading, I do have personal readings available on my website. The link is in the description. With that being said, yeah, that's what we got. And now we're going to move on to pile number 2. Hey there, pile number 2. This is your pile if you chose the Carmelian crystal. All right, so let's get right into this. So let's see what the current energy is around this connection between you and this person. Okay, oh wow, I just got like some of you guys may be married to this person, or you're engaged to be married to this person for some of you. Okay, let's see what the energy. Oh wow. Okay, 7 of Wands. Pile number 1 had that card as well, so some of you guys might need to check out pile number 1. All right, we have the Hermit. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo. Okay. All right, we have the 7 of Cups. Some of you guys may have been having a lot of weird dreams about this person. Okay. All right, we have or like you've been seeing this person a lot, I'm getting, maybe in the physical, okay? We have the 2 of Swords. Let's see, pile number 1. What's the energy? I mean, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Pile number 2. All right, we have the 9 of Wands. And now we have the Empress. Okay, this is interesting. So, oh wow. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like that it took for this person to be in a third party situation to finally see, for this person to see your worth and value, or at least it took this person to see, to make this person realize how much they missed out on you, or just missed you in general. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I feel, oh wow, okay, so for some of you, if this person is in a third party situation, aka another person, I feel like the third party is really trying to keep your work, they're really trying hard to keep this person around, like keep, you know, the person you were dealing with around. Because I feel like the person, even if you're not dealing with this person in the physical right now, like let's say you're in a no contact situation, I feel like, this person is like now, like sort of, I was gonna say like they're realizing that they're sort of starting to like miss this connection with you. But see, with this 2 of Swords, I feel like the third party is sort of like blocking them from like reconnecting with you, or yeah, reconnecting with you. Okay. And so, and all it's doing is just making this person, it's just making them pull away from them. The more that they try to, the more that the third party tries to pull this person away, like to push this person away. You see what I'm saying? That's so interesting. And so, yeah, it's like the more that they do that, the more this person is feeling kind of more drawn to you, because I feel like you're representing the Empress energy right now, pile number 2. Wow, I think that's why that makes sense with all the surrounding cards. Okay. And I feel like because with this 7 of Cups, it can be about dreams and options and stuff like that, right? So I feel like this, like the more that this person is being pulled away from the third party, I feel like the more dreams and more like maybe synchronicities and stuff that you're seeing in the physical like in the physical world, okay? So like maybe you know, for example, you keep having dreams about them, or you would keep having dreams about with them in it, or you know, or you keep seeing their name everywhere or something like that. Okay, take what resonates, see what doesn't. But yeah, but see, here's the thing though, pile number two is I'm not too sure if you're really that interested in this person as much as you were. I feel like you're a little bit disconnected from this person, maybe emotionally speaking. Because I get like you're not as like attached to this person like you were. Maybe you're kind of at a point where you just kind of just don't really care about what goes on with this person. And you really mean what you say. Okay, is what I get. Like, you know, like you're not just, you know, diddle daddling around about it. Like you're just kind of like, I really just don't even really care about this person. But maybe you're, you know, you're just still kind of intrigued to see, well, I wonder where this person's energy is at now. And you're looking at this reading. Okay. I hope that makes sense. But let's see, let's see what spirit is showing me about, or what spirit has to say about, you staying in this connection versus walking away. So spirit, what do you, okay, ooh, what the heck? I don't know why I was thinking about this card earlier, but oh my gosh. 555. How about that? That represents change, you guys, okay? And I've been seeing this number lately too sometimes. Like, I think it was today or yesterday I saw 5555. So maybe some of you guys have been seeing that number. But anyway, we have wisdom, wake up call, time to move into a new direction. See, this is, wow, this is representing you becoming like like you literally detaching from this, or you've already sort of detached from this person. Okay. Um, like, and I feel like this person can feel that. They can sense that. People, because people really can sense that that you're different, or that you're not as, you know, you're not like this with this person anymore, right? So, and because this person can feel that, that's what's making them kind of like, you know, make it like have a side eye towards this third party. Okay. But I'm trying to stay on track here, but I can't help how these downloads keep coming in. But you see, here's the thing though, pile number two is I feel like a lot of you guys have already walked away from this connection. So it really isn't a matter of you staying in this connection. I think that, you know, you knew this connection wasn't even serving you in the first place, and that's why you left. So this is kind of more of you being the one staying disconnected from this person, and now it's kind of more like this person is the one who is kind of quote unquote suffering. Right? And I do this because this isn't like in a literal like dying sense or anything like that, but this is like this person sort of like suffering um of how, you know, of what's going on with them energetically now that you sort of like detached a little bit or come away from this person. So it's kind of like this person is kind of suffering the consequences in a sense. Okay, is what I'm getting with that. So all right, so let's see what. So for those of you who are like what who are still in this connection but are contemplating about walking away, this is going to be for you. So let's see, what would you get out of this connection if you chose to walk away? So if you walked away from this connection, what would you get out of it? So you would get out of being cold is what this card is saying. You seem unapproachable. Oh my God, this is so you guys, and not in like a bad way either. because you are aloof. Try being more friendly. You don't need to be more friendly to this person. I'm just saying. But anyway, this is just what the card says. It doesn't mean that, you know, this doesn't necessarily mean it's on a literal sense. See, this is you, like literally you being nonchalant about this connection. Like, I'm telling you, you do not even really care so much about what's going on with this person too much. Like, you are so disconnected from them. Okay? And so honestly, Spirit is very proud of you for walking away from this connection, because I feel like some of you guys may have maybe you've had thoughts recently, like maybe you're just kind of like, I wonder if I made the right choice about walking away. Yes, you did. Yes, you did make the right decision for walking away, especially if this person was not treating you right. Okay? Just saying. You know, you're not going to miss out on a good person. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I feel like this is a matter of you being more at peace. Like, what you gained out of this connection is you being more at peace. You being, you know, just you not even worried about this person, what this person is up to like that. Okay, I feel like that you're kind of looking at, honestly, I feel like a lot of you guys might even be looking at this reading because you want to know if somebody new is coming in, or maybe you did just connect with somebody new and you're like wondering, I'm like, I wonder if this is my pile. And that's totally fine if that's you. So I feel like this is like your confirmation of like where you're at energetically is like, listen, pile number 2, you're doing bad all by yourself, okay? And I think it's like Spirit is like kind of like saying, listen, whatever you're doing, pile number 2, keep doing what you're doing, because that's what's going to start to allow somebody better to come in for you. So stay detached, okay? Of course, don't literally be cold, but stay detached, okay? Because detachment is where it's at. I'm just saying. And I know that from experience myself, because I was in a 10-year on and off cycle with somebody, and I finally detached from them several months ago. So I know how good that feels. And a lot of you guys are at that point, so good for you. So now we're going to look at so for those of you who are still, even though I feel like for this pile, you know, a lot of you guys aren't even in this connection anymore, but I'm gonna try to connect with those of you who are still, if you still are intertwined with this person in some type of way, even if it's energetically. What would you be learning if you chose to stay in this connection? Okay. So, oh wow, okay, we have illumination. But I feel like this is a good card, you guys. Okay, but let me see when I tap in. Truth, discovery, awakening. So, this is interesting because I feel like anyone who is still intertwined with this person, whether physically or energetically, if you're still entangled with them, I feel like you are, ooh, I just saw 33, 1133, you guys. If you're still intertwined with this person, I feel like you are slowly starting to wake up a little bit, but not fully. Okay, which is okay. You know, it happens, right? But I feel like something is kind of nudging at you to be like, is this person good for me? Is this situation good for me? But I feel like you're starting to question yourself a little bit. Like maybe you're kind of wondering like, why do I keep holding on to this person? What is it about this person that I keep fantasizing about that I just can't get over? Or what's keeping me from walking away? You know, maybe some of you guys are answering those questions within yourself. Okay, for some of you. So that's the good news, is that I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to kind of wake up, or at least this is in motion, in the process, sort of, if that makes sense. That's what's happening behind the scenes, I feel like, or if you're consciously aware of it, that's even better. So if you were what would you be learning if you chose to stay. I think eventually some of you guys are going to start detaching from this person anyway, but it's still going to take some time. I think that's what it is for some of you. It's going to take some time for you to pull away from this person completely if you're still intertwined with them, like I said, okay? But like I said, even though I feel like a majority of this for this pile, a lot of you guys have already been doing that work, have already pretty much come away from this person. Okay, like this is happening to you right now anyway. All right, hopefully that makes sense. I was trying to get it out, but all right, so lastly, let's see. Ooh, cards are going everywhere. Let's see what shift would need to be made if you did walk away. Let me see. Let's see what internal or external shift marks the clarity here for this connection. I'm trying to word this. I'm trying to word this differently, but let's see. So what shift, or what needs to shift for this connection? Okay. So we have, next couple of months. Okay. So that's the thing, pile number 2. You guys are still in kind of the mist, in the middle or in the midst of going through an awakening if you're intertwined with this person, right? So I feel like there are some of you that are still kind of stuck, whether or not you should want to take this, if when it comes to leaving this connection behind. Okay, so I feel like you're still going to have to test the waters, honestly, for some of you. This is kind of like pile number 1 pile anyway, but with this, but I feel like, yeah, that's just pretty much what they're saying. You still need some time. You still need some time to actually let things kind of play out with this connection before you can fully walk away. Okay? But for others of you, for the majority of you, honestly, if you've already detached from this person, I think it's just a matter of you, like literally, like for example, if you're doing inner work on yourself and stuff like that, spirit's like, encouraging you to keep doing that, so that way a really good love partner can come in, or whatever it is that you want to manifest, or whatever it is, that you believe in, that sort of thing. Okay? Because I feel like the more that you come away and the more you detach from this person, so on and so forth, then a brand new energy, a brand new person can come in for you literally within the next few months, potentially here, if not soon, maybe even sooner for some of you, it depends on where you are in your journey. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that hype button, you guys. And like I said, I do personal readings now. If you want one, all right, the link is in the below. The link is below in the description. And I'll see you guys later. Time for pile number 3. Hello there, pile number 3. This is your pile if you chose the green adventuring crystal. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what the current energy is surrounding this connection. Okay, let's see what's going on right now. What is going on with pile number 3 and their connection with this person? Let's see. See what's going on with pile number 3. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and this is the second time I'm getting this download. I feel like a lot of you guys, or at least a majority of you, may be going through a separation or a legal divorce with the person you're dealing with, okay? for some of you. All right, we have the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So water energy, lots of water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right, okay, we got a lot of court cards going on here. We have the Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But I feel like things have been slow. That makes sense with this, with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And, oh, okay, we have the Knight of Swords. All right, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Okay. So, let's see what's going on with you guys. Pile number 3. Is this person giving you a hard time or what? You might share, you might have children with this person. I'm getting the number 2 for some of you. Okay. So I feel like, oh, okay. Yeah, this pile is definitely going to be different from the other 2 piles. So here's the thing. A majority of you may still want this connection. You still may hold a lot of feelings for this person in this connection. Maybe like in the past you did want things to work out, but maybe things just didn't go in your favor. Yeah, I just keep hearing you're in the middle of a divorce for some of you, okay? Or in the middle of a separation. Yeah, things just aren't going the way that you, like things aren't going the way that you had anticipated for them to go. And, but see, here's the thing though. Even though, and of course, take what resonates, see what doesn't. So even if you didn't, like, even if you did want things to work out, yeah, if you did want things to work out between you and this person, maybe you knew deep down inside that maybe it was for the best for you to come away from this person, even though you didn't want to do, like, even though you didn't want to do that. Okay, like that, maybe you didn't want, even though you knew you didn't want to walk away from this connection. Like maybe you're in a place where like you were just like, I really wanted this to work. You really wanted it to work out. Okay, so, yeah, see, like in Seven of Pentacles, I think that's about being tired and exhausted from, putting in a lot of work with things. So, yeah, I think that's what it, yeah. And so, because I really felt that in your energy, pile number 3. And so, because I feel like you literally did everything that you could in this connection, but it's just not working out, or, things just were not going in your favor, okay? Now, if we were to tap into a little bit with this person, oh, this is interesting, because I feel like with this person, it may have not looked like they did care about this connection, because maybe you're just like, well, if they did care, they would have made it work with me, right? And I get that, okay? But I feel like this person may have gotten to a point where they just gave up as well, or maybe they just didn't know what to do either, and so they just went ahead and just agreed with this separation with you too. But here's the thing, it's not that I feel like they did care, but I feel like they just didn't really show it, you know what I mean, like that, like in the way that you deserved. Okay, so I feel like that this person, or it could be you, you're trying to make things cordial, or they're trying to make things cordial with you, but it's been really, really difficult is what I'm getting with that. Okay. Now Spirit is like saying, okay, move on to the next thing. All right, so let's see what Spirit what Spirit has to say about staying in this connection versus walking away. Okay. So we have, oh, okay. So we have whole, it says whole on the top, and then we have mystery. It looks like a flying saucer going in that hole, literally. So, hmm, you know, on the with when it's you know how it says mystery on the bottom, right? And I feel like, as I just heard, like there's something very unknown about this like maybe this connection, there were a lot of missing puzzle pieces in this connection when you were with them. Like maybe there were a lot of things you just didn't know about, or maybe you just felt like, you know, you didn't have a lot of answers to a lot of things, which led to this situation. So that's one message I'm getting. So what spirit is showing you about staying versus walking away is, I had to take a deep breath with this one. Pile number 3 is, I feel like if you were to stay in this connection, pile number 3, you know, this is kind of like pile number 1's message, where like you would have stayed stuck if you were to stay in this connection, as opposed to if you were to like if you did, you know, if you had walked away, because like I said, a lot of you guys are in the middle of walking away from this connection, or, you know, you already have separated yourself from this person. So, but this can even represent you being, there's something about finances here. So maybe like this separation is costing you a lot of money, or maybe this person. Okay. Yeah, I just heard divorce settlement. So there could be a divorce settlement going on, or that's in the process. Okay. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to, see, you would have been more stuck in a rut, literally, if you were to stay in this connection. Okay. So spirit is pretty much kind of saying like, it's probably a good thing that this connection has came to an end, even though you may have wanted to stay in it. Okay. As hard as that, I know, as hard as that may sound, but yeah. Okay, that was a deep one. So, all right, let's see what would you get out of this connection if you did decide to actually walk away? Okay, what would you get out of this? Ooh, okay, that flew out. Oh, look at this, you guys. Hiding feelings. You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. Oh, that's interesting. So, so was this like literally, see, okay, I just heard mute. So was this person not that emotionally open? Like, were they emotionally unavailable? Or something like that, along the lines of that? Or maybe you started noticing this person was distancing themselves from you. Okay, I'm getting that for some of you. So, you would be literally, what you would get out of this coming away from this connection is, well, you literally wouldn't have to deal with someone who keeps hiding things from you or isn't expressive to you. Okay, because maybe there are some of you guys who feel like, you know, you're missing out on a good person. You know, maybe you're not, oh, okay. See, what Spirit is saying is you're not looking at the other aspects of this person. Like maybe you're looking at all the good stuff about this person and not so much about, oh, they were emotionally unavailable, they were this, they were that, they were hiding things from me. Because I feel like there's some things that you're just not really looking at closely, if that makes sense. Okay? It's kind of like having a having a mask on. You're not seeing this person for who they truly are behind that mask. Okay, is what they're saying. So, but however, what you would get out of this connection if you were to walk away, well, you wouldn't have to deal with that anymore. For one, you you would be coming away from somebody who, yeah, is literally emotionally unavailable, who isn't expressive to you, who can't even express their feelings. Is this person an avoidant? Sounds like this person has an avoidant attachment style. Okay, just saying. All right, so now let's see. What would you learn? Would you learn anything from, or would you get anything out of this connection if you chose to stay in it? Would pile number three? Okay. Wow. Well, this is powerful because this flew right out. Backstab. Yeah. Pain, cheating, deception, mind games, love bomb. Oh boy, this is deep. This is deep. Pile number three. So if you chose to stay in this connection, even though a lot of you guys may not, a lot of you guys may not even be in this connection literally right now, but if you are, this person is still going to remain emotionally unavailable. I feel like they're going to keep hiding things away from you. Like, it's just not going to be that great, okay? Especially if they're not even making any changes, like going to therapy, whatever the case may be, doing any healing work, okay? Yeah, because spirit is just like, the cycle is just going to keep repeating. Okay, literally, this is what you're going to be feeling if you did come away from this person. But see, like I said, a lot of you guys, I feel like that like, honestly, this connection has already came to an end, or it's in the middle of it's in the middle of, ending anyway. Because I feel, yeah, see, that's what I'm getting the strongest. I can't help what I get. But I feel like this person is the one who's ended the connection, okay, already, or is about to, if it hasn't happened yet. All right, not to scare you, but this person already moved on? Is that what it is? For some of you, that may be the case. Maybe this person's already moved on. All right, but see, spirit is clearly trying to say, like, listen, number three, if you were to come away from this connection, obviously you wouldn't be missing out on jack, anything really. But if you were to stay, it's just, it's going to be it's going to be literally just like this. And it's funny how this song is coming up, but look up the song. Now, this is a 25-year-old song, okay? Literally. Foolish by Shanti. And she literally says, um, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm with you, and my heart can't take no more. I keep running back to you. Okay, like, literally, those are some of the lyrics, and I feel like that's kind of what Spirit's like kind of trying to say. Like, that's how you would continue to feel if you did stay in this connection. But the good thing is that you don't have to stay in this connection. You can avoid feeling this way. So avoid staying in this connection. I'm just saying. Of course, you do what's best for you, pile number three. Okay. Whew, that was a long one. So let's see what internal shifts, what Spirit has to say about timing when it comes to what shift needs to be made before this decision feels clear and aligned. Okay, so we have, wow, okay, this is the longest time frame I've gotten. We have the next couple of years. Okay, so of course, this doesn't literally mean like it's going to take you a couple years to walk away from this person completely. Of course, it doesn't mean that literally, okay? For some of you, that might be the case, but hopefully not. All right, but Spirit is literally saying what would need to shift and change for this, as far as this connection goes. Hmm. Well, honestly, pile number three, like they're saying this one's on you. Like this connection, everything is on you when it comes to this connection. Because even though this person's already has already or is already walked away from this connection, it's really up to you how you move on from this connection, if you move on from this connection. And that might take a while, which is completely normal. It's okay if you need to take some time for yourself. Or maybe you're already doing that. Like maybe you still have feelings for this person, but it's taking you time to heal. That's fine. But for those of you who are still attached to this person, you can't get them off your mind and stuff like that. Spirit is pretty much saying like what needs to shift internally and externally is it all falls on you, on how you move forward from this connection. But take the time that you need to do so, okay? Because the thing is that if we just, if we do rebound relationships and stuff like that, it's just gonna backfire usually, and we don't want that, okay? So I feel like some of you guys are still in this place of, you're in the middle of trying to you're still trying to get out of, you're still trying to heal from this connection, or, or late, maybe even for some of you, you've already taken literally quite a while to heal and come away from this connection. Okay, already. And everything that I'm saying could have already happened. And this is the place where you are in now for some of you, okay? But I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope this reading resonated for some of you out there. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that hype button for me, you guys, please. And thank you. Peas and carrots. All right. If you want a personal reading, I do personal readings. They're on my website. The link is in the description for more information. And I'll see you guys in the next video.